Hi, this is Jonathan Rosenhead, Jerusalem psychotherapist. This week's Torah and Psychology post of Parshas Reeh, we're going to focus on the first pasuk, the way that the Parsha opens up with the words Reeh, Anochi nosein lifnechem hayom bracha uklala. Now this is a significant pasuk in that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is presenting before us a choice in how we want to live our life, of bracha and klala. And the wording is important that the pasuk is presented in the present tense, nosein and hayom, that the HaKadosh Baruch Hu is giving us this choice today, rather than, as the Vilna Gaon points out, in the past tense, that the pasuk should have said, logically, nasati lifneichem, that it's already been given. But the Vilna Gaon points out and says that the significance of this wording is that by saying that the pasuk is a choice in the here and now, in the present moment, means that this is something that we can change. Right now is the opportunity to make that choice, to make that change, to look at our life as in a dialectical sense, a constant challenge of balancing this bracha and klala, these inclinations to go in different directions, to want to do the right thing and sometimes to make mistakes, to fall short of the expectations that we place before ourselves. That in this sense, if we were to look at this pasuk in the past tense, the Vilna Gaon says that there's nothing we can do, there's nothing to change. If it's been given to us already, then this actually feeds into thoughts or emotions of regret, resentment, disappointment, anger towards ourselves, or projected externally towards other people. By saying that this is a choice that we have in the here and now, it's actually a pasuk which is an optimistic. There's an optimism within this pasuk, but there's an opportunity to make a change in the here and now. And from a psychological perspective, this is a game changer. That we don't necessarily want to have to dig up past mistakes, looking for that moment where everything started to go wrong, or the bad choices that we made. When a person comes into therapy, one of the important questions, if not the important and primary questions to ask, is what is bringing you into my office today? What is bringing you today to start this therapeutic process, to start this process of change? You might have been thinking about it for yesterday, a week ago, a month ago, years, but the moment that is most significant is now, in the present moment. What do you want to do as we look at the situation in the present moment, in the here and now, in this situation today, that where you've been given, or you are giving yourself the opportunity to make this choice between different directions, or where you want to go, or really giving yourself the chance to look at the choices that you want to make today, and to see this dialectical challenge and state of reality of your life, of bracha and klala, and be able to ask yourself, what do I want to do today? Nosein lifnechem hayom also is, in a way, a question which we can ask ourselves, that now we have this opportunity to focus on the here and now, in the present moment, and make this choice. And the wording of Reeh is also important, because life, as we said, life is a process of choices that we make, and it has long-lasting effects. And we can look at the trajectory and how our life plays out, and that it can be identified based on the small and big choices that we made in our life in the past. But the important message and the gift, in a sense, the psychological gift and the gift that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has given to us, is that this can be changed at any moment, in the here and now, in the present moment. And as we get to Shabbos Mevorchim for Rosh Chodesh Elul, this is an important thing to start to think about in terms of Teshuvah. As we go into Rosh Chodesh Elul, we move towards Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. How do we make this change? How do we stop and pause for a moment and look at this choice that we have right now in the present moment? Re'eh is saying, the word is see. Sometimes it's very difficult. We get lost in the the choices that we've made, and the complexity of life. We can get lost, and it can become confusing and blurry. Re'eh is an important psychological tool which is saying visualize, see. Visualize the life that you have at the moment. Visualize the life that you want to have in the future, and start to really play it out using guided imagery, and really developing that vision, that image in your mind of how you want to live your life, and then start to implement that. That is the Re'eh. as a psychological tool of visualization, of guided imagery, and really using that as a tool to play out this choice, that you're able to make the right decision in the here and now and to start to make a change. Have a good Shabbos and keep well.